Students, good afternoon. This is compensation management. I'm continuing for last MBA final, Department of Management. Compensation management is a very technical paper, but even then, though we are going through books and following and observing the past records regarding compensation setting, but actually theoretical procedure here is quite tough. The government has to think practical and applied matters and issues. Otherwise, there will be a huge movement, contradiction, and no job atmosphere. And the workers and employees, even persons in the different levels of managerial positions, generally not interested to do their asset duties and responsibilities in the right way, in the right manner. Ordinarily, government and the organizations have to think in the right way, with the right solutions. Some points, some technical terms we are discussing. Actually, use of these terms are not maximum level in use. But even then, as you are a student, questions may come and you will have to answer in the exam. So we are going through the questions, say accordingly. This is the point, that is the designing long-term incentive and deferred compensation plan. Compensation plan is to be designed in such a manner so that the employees will be able to, the easier manner, pay their tax and duties. Earlier, there was a use percentage income tax had to pay. It was 39.6% about. Now this is below 15%, as this has been thought in the long-term basis payment system in this structure. Another thing is this. Rate of interest is higher. This is also theoretical in nature. I am telling you. Now rate of interest is below double digit, continuing at present 6%. So what to say? When we are in practice, when we are practically determining compensation package, there's thousands of controversy occur, and it's rather a problematic thing. As a result, on an average, settlement is there. Anyway, qualified deferred compensation arrangement, earlier in terms of the government service, it was 52 years in the military service for the long term, and other government organizations, their workers and employees, officers, managers, they had the permission to serve up to 57 years. They now extended to 58 years. Now is continuing here in Bangladesh is 59 years extended. And non-government teachers, they are enjoying 60 years service life. University teachers are enjoying 56 years service life. So, organization to organization and employer to employer, government, non-government employer, there is also variation. In that point, service life is extending. and also joining period. Earlier it was 27, then 30. Now, due to pandemic situation, as per the request from the unemployed persons, this to some extent this has been relaxed up to 35 government gave permission. So, some important components are here in terms of qualified deferred compensation arrangement. There is commitment in some pages. Yes. Even after the retirement, compensation packages are provided for the workers, employees, or even for the manager level persons, for junior level, mid level, senior level managers. Some commitments are there. Then sometimes management declines some additional facilities for the personnel, executives or managers, to mitigate the financial challenges. Then different compensation, deferred compensation, yes, I'm not giving now, but after your retirement, when you will enjoy your pension, then in addition, the company or the government may provide some facilities, say for the medical facilities, academic facilities, and housing facilities also it may be. So, compensation, another topic is compensation, qualified deferred compensation arrangement. Some points I'm mentioning here. That is the number one is the social security mediocre. Social security, to ascertain the social security for the workers and employees, those who work or working in this period, the company or the government or the employers need to ascertain them so that they will be very much interested and they will be by with every attention they can perform their duties and responsibilities. Then qualified retirement plans by employers. Qualified retirement plans by employers is a very nice thing, because as per the capability or the goodwill or image of that organization, employer may provide some facilities, say for the pension, yes, after the retirement. This is now continuing in the government service and semi-government organizations also. They are providing pension facilities. Autonomous sector corporations, they are providing pension services to their retired personnel. And then the profit sharing. Profit sharing is a very important thing. Some organizations, basically business organizations, those who are earning huge profit, so a certain percentage from their profit, they share it to their employees and personnel. At the same time, share bonus, yes. When the company earns a huge profit, then they declare, after the declaration of dividend to the shareholders, they also provide facilities or distributes a certain percentage share to the workers and employees of the organization. Then the point we need to discuss, there is the savings of trust plans. Savings plan is very nice. It's called savings plan. If the savings provision is there, then after the retirement, the workers and employees can lead their life very easily, because then they will have to face so many things. They will have to maintain the livelihood cost, and then will pay treatment purpose, etc. and etc. And then cash or the deferred arrangement as per the 1978 Revenue Act. this became popularized. I mean, a certain percentage of money is kept in the trust, and the worker or employee or even the managers, after their retirement, they can enjoy that money. Then individual retirement account. Then the next point is the simplified employee pension plan. Another thing is this, the saving incentive match plan for employees simple. This is the, workers and employees can withdraw a certain percentage before or after the retirement. And there's no, it was not more than 25%, though it was increased to some phases up to 15% limit. Then some 5 basic issues of pension plan. 5 basic issues: standard retirement age. Yes, it was the standard retirement once it was 52, after that 55, 57, 58, 59, and non-government teachers they are enjoying up to 60 without further extension of service. So then, size of benefit. What should be the size of benefit? There is a provident fund system. Provident fund system, certain percentages start from the basic salary of the personnel, and the same amount is also given by the organization. So it will be twice. And after the retirement, that money with interest, that will be given back to the employee. So that's a very nice thing. Then size of benefits is now has been increasing, but actually Bangladesh is now facing, not only Bangladesh, the world economy is now facing due to pandemic situation, and their organizations are very much interested to give higher benefit and facilities to their workers and employees to continue their image and goodwill. But sometimes it becomes very tough due to flood, havoc, natural calamities, and now pandemic situation is prevailing. Then a discrimination in plan design. Yes, discrimination, the word discrimination is always, all the times, each and everywhere this has been performing, that there is discrimination here. Everybody wants to maintain their own group, and accordingly they want to provide the maximum facilities to their own group. As a result, the rest of the personals or and managers, they are not getting and enjoying the original benefit. So frustration is there. Early retirement. Yes, this has been found in some phases. Some executives, officers, workers, or employees, they themselves take retirement for the better placement of the newcomers in their position. Or sometimes some organizations, they ask their senior level employees, yes, to leave the job. That is also the thing, because you are not capable of matching with up-to-date job schedule, job system, job practice, and even with the mentality of the upcoming generations. Then excessive workers, retirement of the excessive workers, yes, sometimes it becomes burden. Say for the like Adamji Juppi, actually it needed 22,000 workers and employees, but for the by different system, different issues, say for like master role, unskilled workforce this way, there was about 38,000 workers, employees in the organization. That is quite problematic and tough. Financial incentive schemes, I told it earlier, that is the number one, the part of providing part of profit. A certain percentage of profit is to be given to the workers and employees of the organization. And then the next point is the share ownership. Yes, The workers and employees long term, say for the 20 to 25, 30 years they are working in this organization. As a result, they are thinking it has own their own business. Actually, when benefits occur, then they want a certain percentage should be given to them. Then a certain percent, say for the 5%, 7%, or even it may be 2%. This has been provided to the workers and employees of the organization. And okay, now we have to think about very well. I just started and I discussed these things, and now I am mentioning some few questions to you, and you will have to go through. Say, number one question is, what is the considerable income tax rate in designing long-term incentive and deferred compensation plans? I am mentioning it further again. Where is the considerable income tax rate in designing long-term incentive and deferred compensation plan? Earlier it was 39.6%. Now below 15%. Then number two, what is the role of interest in designing long-term incentive and deferred compensation plan? Long-term compensation plan, okay? Then the next question is, which income is preferable considering time value of money? It's the most important thing, time value of money. Today, taka 100 is not same after 1 year. If devaluation, with the devaluation of the currency, if currency is 10% devaluated, after 1 year it will be actually, the amount will look same, 100 taka, okay, no problem. But it is, the standard value will decline 10%, and so that it will become 90 taka. That is the thing. Then which income preferable considering, okay, I have discussed it earlier, and which compensation is more valuable to employees? Compensation is more valuable to employees. They are not interested to consume this very moment all is earning. Rather they like to consume in the late hour. So they want to keep a certain percentage of their money aside as savings. They are interested for that. Which consumption is more valuable? Then the next point, how many elements in a qualified deferred compensation arrangement? The next question is, what are the elements, what is called deferred compensation? Deferred compensation is, what is deferred compensation? After the retirement, this money, what the amount is getting from the employers, that is the deferred compensation for the employees. Then another question is, mention the basic issues of pension plan. Basic issues of pension plan, number one is a standard retirement age, that's standard retirement as per the system prevailing in the surrounding countries or same line business organizations or government non-government organizations, which is now going on. That is to be counted, that is to be identified, and accordingly standard retirement is to be confirmed. Okay. Then the size of the benefits, I discussed it earlier. Multiplied benefits are there, but what should be the actual size of benefits? That should be clearly mentioned. Discrimination in plan design. Sometimes discrimination occurs in plan designing. Then early retirement, sometimes for personal purpose or even for the purpose of the organization itself. Workers and employees may go through early retirement. Okay, then students, you heard already, Allahu Akbar, your Holy Azan. And now we have to say our prayers of Maghrib. And then one or two questions I like to mention you. That is, which consumption is okay, fine, that is completed. What is cash or deferred arrangements? What is cash or deferred arrangement? Write down it. What is the savings or thirst plan? Write down it. Okay. So thank you very much. Good afternoon, students. Yes, evening. And you keep yourself aside your house, and after that, take your natural foods and exercise. Continue your exercise. Good luck. Best of luck. Thank you.